The Birth of Noah by Ginzberg. Methuselah took a wife for his son Lamech, and she bore him a man-child. The body of the babe was white as snow and red as a blooming rose, and the hair of his head and his long locks were white as wool, and his eyes like the rays of the sun. When he opened his eyes, he lighted up the whole house like the sun, and the whole house was very full of light. And when he was taken from the hand of the midwife, he opened his mouth and praised the Lord of righteousness. To his father Lamech was afraid of him, and fled, and came to his own father Methuselah. And he said to him, I have begotten a strange son. He is not like a human being, but resembles the children of the angels of heaven, and his nature is different, and he is not like us. And his eyes are as the rays of the sun, and his countenance is glorious. 3. And it seems to me that he is not sprung from me, but from the angels, and I fear that in his days a wonder may be wrought on the earth. And now, my father, I am here to petition thee and implore thee, that thou mayest go to Enoch our father, and learn from him the truth, for his dwelling place is among the angels. And when Methuselah heard the words of his son, he went to Enoch, to the ends of the earth, and he cried aloud, and Enoch heard his voice and appeared before him, and asked him the reason of his coming. Methuselah told him the cause of his anxiety, and requested him to make the truth known to him. Enoch answered and said, The Lord will do a new thing in the earth. There will come a great destruction on the earth, and a deluge for 1 year. This son who is born unto thee will be left on the earth, and his 3 children will be saved with him, when all mankind that are on the earth shall die. And there will be a great punishment on the earth, and the earth will be cleansed from all impurity. And now make known to thy son Lamech that he who was born is in truth his son, and call his name Noah, for he will be left to you, and he and his children will be saved from the destruction which will come upon the earth. When Methuselah had heard the words of his father, who showed him all the secret things, he returned home, and he called the child Noah, for he would cause the earth to rejoice in compensation for all destruction. 4. By the name Noah he was called only by his grandfather Methuselah. His father and all others called him Menahem. His generation was addicted to sorcery, and Methuselah apprehended that his grandson might be bewitched if his true name were known, wherefore he kept it a secret. Menahem, comforter, suited him as well as Noah. It indicated that he would be a consoler, if but the evildoers of his time would repent of their misdeeds. 5. At his very birth, it was felt that he would bring consolation and deliverance. When the Lord said to Adam, Cursed is the ground for thy sake, he asked, For how long a time? And the answer made by God was, Until a man-child shall be born whose conformation is such that the rite of circumcision need not be practiced upon him. This was fulfilled in Noah. He was circumcised from his mother's womb. Noah had scarcely come into the world when a marked change was noticeable. Since the curse brought upon the earth by the sin of Adam, it happened that wheat being sown, yet oats would sprout and grow. This ceased with the appearance of Noah. The earth bore the products planted in it. And it was Noah who, when he was grown to manhood, invented the plow, the scythe, the hoe, and other implements for cultivating the ground. Before him, men had worked the land with their bare hands. 6. There was another token to indicate that the child born unto Lamech was appointed for an extraordinary destiny. When God created Adam, he gave him dominion over all things. The cow obeyed the plowman, and the furrow was willing to be drawn. But after the fall of Adam, all things rebelled against him. The cow refused obedience to the plowman, and also the furrow was refractory. Noah was born, and all returned to its state preceding the fall of man. Before the birth of Noah, the sea was in the habit of transgressing its bounds twice daily, morning and evening, and flooding the land up to the graves. After his birth it kept within its confines. And the famine that afflicted the world in the time of Lamech, the second of the 10 great famines appointed to come upon it, ceased its ravages with the birth of Noah. 7.